Lots of bird noise this morning. It's the middle of February, or just towards the end of February, and it's time to lift the Cali bulbs, the pots of bulbs which are for the spring show. Now, these were planted back in October. We planted some at Saughton and put them in the plunge there, and I brought my pots home here to Sunny Joppa, and I put them in the plunge here. And already, if you look, look at that. We're very lucky really, because I know that there have been mice in this plunge and they've not nibbled the tulips, so that's lucky. There we are. That's the first one. See what else we can find. Here's a pot of daffodils. This is the Scamp Challenge. Here's the hyacinths. Look at those, aren't these wonderful? Just clean them off. This one's not quite so good. There's, unfortunate, there we are. There's 3 bulbs that I've not done very well. And that's Narcissus, that's Arliston. Not a very happy chappy, that one. There we are. There we go. What's that? Oh, don't know that one. Anchor. So it's really quite an easy thing, just lifting them out the plunge, and then these will be cleaned off. We'll clean off a bit of the compost from the top so that you can get a space in the top of the pot to hold water. What's left? This one. This is another Scamp Challenge. See, there it is. Now the interesting thing about this is neither of them are labelled as per a person. One will be for Jill, one will be for me. I guess I'll have the other one. And here we are, the final pot. And that's just all that I do, just a piece of stick, really. You can see it's been used for other things, it's been used for stirring paint and all sorts of things, but just a piece of stick just to ease that compost out the top. Throw it off like that. And this is Narcissus Fairy Island. Again, not one that I know. Now, see these roots at the bottom? We don't need to bother about these. These can just come off. Just like that. There we are. Nothing left. That's the lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all that I'm doing now is taking the surfeit of soil, or the surplus soil, off the top of the pot so that I've got space for watering. And this is the Narcissus, what is it? Arliston. And see, there we have bulbs which just didn't do anything. Now, and you see that it's just a slimy mass. Look at that. It's just rotted. Right? Not a happy chappy. That one's a bit better, but that won't make anything. Right? Now these don't go in the compost heap. These go straight into the brown bin or into your landfill bin. Right, so just scraping the excess off the top. There we are. Scraping the excess off the top like that, just to make a space for watering. And I'll do that with all the pots, and I'll take off these excess roots as well. Okay, and then a little brush up, just clean the pots up. And once I've done that with them all, actually I can just give that a little bit of a tidy up like that. Look at that, makes them look a lot better. These will go and sit in the cold glass house, okay? So that's where they're going to go now. Once I've tidied them all up, they'll go into the glass house. Interesting, this is the tulips, and this is the variety, what is it? Candela. Now, see how they've changed colour as they get nearer to the surface? Okay, so that green, don't worry about that. If you've got ones which look yellow at the bottom and this pinkish colour and then they'll go green at the top, don't worry about that, because that's a natural process. And these leaves which are here will open out, and then the tulip flower will come up through the centre. So just clean them off, just the same. Yep. So that's them, brought them into the greenhouse, and we're just really going to set them out. And I like to set them out in these trays. So because what I can do then is I can water into the tray, but that's later, because for the time being they will get no water at all. Now if you look at these bulbs there, those bulbs were lifted on Burns night, and they've sat there without any water. And they've just started to green up, and then what I can do is I can control their growth by giving them water or holding water back. There's a lot of brinksmanship in this. Now, enough space there for the last two. There we have, that's the last two in there. That's that whole bench filled with bulbs. So that's the bulbs all lifted. So what will happen now is that every week I will be doing a bulb blog, and that will appear on the Cali website, and you can chart the progress of these Cali bulbs, the ones that we've just lifted, and as we then start to prepare them for the show. It's all a matter of keeping your fingers crossed, you know.